Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a different video because I want to talk about some weird news stories or some interesting news stories. So the first news story I want to talk about is Adele. I did cover this the other day in my SNL video. I said it here first. I said, Adele, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in a little bit of trouble with this SNL sketch. What is going on? Because if you haven't seen it, it's a sketch in which she and two of the other cast members are pretending to be like on the tourism board of Africa. And they're on the tourism board, and what they're doing is they're advertising to women to come to Africa. It's three white women advertising to other white women, come to Africa and find an African bay, basically. And basically, tribesmen. They're using the word tribesmen. Now, this is what I had issue with. I was like, tribesmen? Is that what we're saying now? We're saying tribesmen? Okay, like I'm like, all right, I guess that's if that's what we want to do. But people on Twitter weren't really having it. I didn't like the sketch. I thought it was problematic. And people were saying this person said, and this is, I'm looking at their Twitter picture. It looks like a white woman. It says, this whole white woman going to Africa for tribesmen was just gross. Half of Twitter is laughing about Adele breaking character, and the other half is outraged. Let's just focus on how inappropriate this was. Not Adele laughing. SNL, get your shit together. I mean, really. And then this person said, Myra Miha. I don't know what her last name is. It looks like Miha almost. And it says, a skit about white women going to Africa for sex tourism with Adele breaking character because she can't control her laughter. Really? I'm just like, even if you didn't see how it was problematic, I don't understand how you would think it was that funny. I mean, like, it was like, like, it wasn't that great, honestly. I keep getting notifications on my phone. It's so distracting. And this person said, I promise I'm not trying to write a think piece on Twitter tonight, but SNL Africa skit was just not good. If you're going to try to touch that topic, and the topic being sex tourism, which is really horrible, sex tourism is horrible not because of grown people. Sex tourism most of the time is people being exploited. I'm not even going to get into it. But you're coming there as a tourist, so you don't know everything that's going on with the like dynamics of the I'm not even going to get into it. But if you're going to touch that, it's got to be just a little smarter and a little more nuanced, or don't touch it at all. Not right now. And that's what that person said. And this is a sketch coming out the same week that SARS is happening, which is the like political, like, it's basically the same thing that's happening in America, but in Nigeria. And then this person says, Adele, the woman dating black men and wearing bantu knots, is decided it's okay to join in on a skit about divorced white women going to Africa to fetishize black men. And this is what I said. I said, Adele, people think you're dating Skepta, and then you are making this sketch. It looks really weird. Like, why are you doing this? I said this. I said it all first. Not all of it. A lot of those tweets were right. It's rumored that she's dating Skepta, but she literally on her Instagram post at the bottom, she literally says that she is a single cat lady. You can pause it and read. She literally says that she's a single cat lady. So she's basically low-key denying it. She doesn't like full on address a lot of stuff. She's just like low-key addressing things, and I'm just like, okay, if that's how you want to play it, Adele, I guess there's nothing I can do to stop you. I'd love for you to address it head on, but go off, I guess. Adele gets different passes than the rest of us. There's a fly trying to ruin my life. Oh my gosh. Where is this? Texas? In Texas. Okay, I'm just going to briefly touch on this. Cuties. The Cuties saga continues because now in Texas, they're trying to charge Netflix with promoting child pornography. And they're trying to charge them for promoting lewd and lascivious video that depicts children clothed or partially clothed with close-ups on their genitals. These are all literally things that are in the movie. And if you want to see my full opinion on Cuties, I'll link my video down below. But what I'm going to say is, I think that she is not a real pedophile. I think that she is a first-time filmmaker, a first-time feature-length filmmaker who made a mistake, and how she was going to push the envelope, sis, and she just was doing too much. I think literally that's it. I don't think she's a pedophile, but, you know, if the state of Texas, you know, if they get convicted, they have to pay $20,000, up to $20,000. Oh my gosh, the fly! Ruining my life. But the thing about Cuties is their parents had to be on set and had to consent. I don't know. Is that enough for you? Tell me down below. Then this is a story that's not getting as much press as the other two. But this story really shocked me and made me kind of sad. It made me kind of sad and just kind of like, it made me disgusted, and it also kind of made me sad, because I'll tell you why I'm sad in a second. So this is going to be probably the title of this video, because it's the most shocking story out of all the stories. You know what? I think this might be the last story I do. I think I'm just going to do 3 stories, and I'm going to do a separate video. There's another story about this woman. Listen, there's another story about this woman named Holly Courtier, or Holly Courtier. And she was missing, etc., blah, blah, blah. I think I'm going to talk about that in a different video, because this one's already getting kind of long for me. But this story is about a pastor on an airplane who peed on a woman. You heard me. He peed on her. He urinated on a woman. Okay? Let me read you the story, because it's disgusting, shocking, and sad. Okay, so they've identified the person. The reason I say they identified him is because we found out about this situation several days ago, but they wouldn't release his name. So they confirmed that Daniel Chalmer is a pastor from North Carolina, right here, the great state of NC, where I live. He was identified in court records as the pastor accused of urinating on a Detroit woman. Alicia Beverly is the woman who got peed on. God bless her. And it was about 2 weeks ago when she was in the back seat of a plane, and she was curled up sleeping next to her sister. And she wakes up to him peeing on her. And then this guy, he's like drunk and belligerent. Okay, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. He gets accused of this, and his immediate reaction is like, prove it. Prove that I did it. How do you know I did it? And they're like, there's pee everywhere. And then the officer said he had a splotch of pee on his crotch. I'm like, he had like a circle, like a stain of pee around. I'm like, and then there was so much pee. This is what makes me sad. I'm sad for Alicia, because like, this is like, not an attack, but like, it's gross. It's gross. It's really sad. So it's, I can't stop. I shouldn't laugh. It's like, he peed on her. Like, this is like, I've never been peed on. It's almost like some people would consider this almost like a sexual assault, almost. Not completely, but a little bit. Because there has to be flashing involved if he's peeing on you. It's too much. So when he is accused of this, he says, prove it. And there's pee everywhere. There's pee on her clothing, on the seat. It's really disgusting. And they're saying there's witnesses that saw him standing over her. And the reason he said he did this, he did not say that he was drunk and belligerent. I said that. He was drunk. He was drunk. The person on the plane said they could smell alcohol on him, and he had bloodshot eyes, and he still had a wet spot on his shorts. Like I already said that part. Oh my gosh. So the victim's clothing was covered in urine. Ugh. Oh my God. Just imagine. It's so disgusting. Oh my gosh. And to put on top of this, like, it's scandalous because it's a pastor, but it's sad because it's a pastor, because the pastor, I went to the website of his church. So he's the pastor of Love Wins Church. His story is that they are a church that they started sharing food in the park with homeless people. And they grew into basically a community center that helps the homeless. And they are a nonprofit organization. I'm just so sad. It's just really sad. They say, we believe that homelessness at its core is a relationship. People who have a deep, intimate relationship and a broad spectrum of social contracts don't end up chronically homeless. The opposite of homelessness isn't being housed. It is community. And it's so sad. And, a lot of people end up homeless because of addiction issues. So okay, this is where I'm speculating, but maybe this guy has a little bit of an alcoholism issue, because who gets drunk enough to he said it's because he took an Ambien. I took an Ambien and I got confused and I thought I was going to the bathroom. I had a bad reaction to Ambien. Now, I've never taken an Ambien. If you've taken Ambien, sedatives, sleeping pills, comment down below and tell me if this is within the realm of reasonable possibility. Because to me, I'm like, is this in the realm? Is this in the realm of what's possible? I've heard a lot of things about sleepwalking and I've heard a lot of things about sleeping pills. But I'm just like, this does not sound like a sleeping pill to me. And the guy who was a witness said, no, he smelled like alcohol, sis. So my speculation is that he may have even started participating or creating this church because he struggled with alcoholism, and a lot of homeless people struggle with alcoholism and addiction. So maybe he felt for the people in that way. I don't know. I just think it's sad because he can't be that bad of a guy. He can't be that bad of a guy. He tries to help the homeless. He's not someone, I don't think that he was like, I just want to do this just to be nasty and pee on this woman. I don't think so. I really don't. I just think it's a really unfortunate, gross, disgusting situation. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this. It's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. I don't know what to say. I guess pray for that man. I guess pray for Alicia and pray for Daniel, because they both need it. They both need it. Okay. Bye-bye. Next time. See you next time. Next time, the news story that I'm going to discuss and react to is the story about the Holly courtier getting lost in the park. And we're going to discuss what we think about that. What do we think about Miss Holly getting lost in the park? Okay, goodbye.